What's up, guys? Earl at Sumo Bully Kennels back at you again. I'd like to take a quick moment to apologize for my absence. Took a little trip for 3 weeks to the Philippines. I was a best man at a wedding. Did a two-in-one. So saw one of my best friends get married. Very blessed for that. Happy to see him happy. And also got back to my roots. Grew up on a farm back at home and got a chance to look at our family land and, daydream a little bit. Had plans on retiring back at home, building a resort and a bully farm. So I'll go over that in another episode. So kind of recap where we're at right now. On our last episode, we went over our girl Hershey from Samba Kennels. Was only planning to get one girl from her. However, I love that litter. Like I told you in the last episode, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch them all. There's a lot of gems in there, right? So here's where things take a turn. At this point, we picked up a lot of young pups. Pardon me, I got a slight cold. And now we're stuck. And we can't do nothing until 2025 at least, right? At the best. And so had a little bit of reserves, and I thought to myself, you know what? I want to shop around to see what adult females are available, so I can get my production going and also, play a little bit, right? And so I started looking around for adult females that are at least a year old, if not a year and a half. And I was looking at about 7 different female dogs across the U.S. Pardon the dogs barking. Different bloodlines. I was really looking for something particular to match with what I already have and the vision that we're going to create. Which leads us to this left turn, right? Here she is, Fortuna from Brazil, able to connect with Gabriel from Helsinki Kennels. I like the blood that she comes from, and she's about a year and a half, 18 months, right around there. So this is the girl I have on screen. She's kind of like a darker lilac color. I really, really love her face. Nice big old head on her. I like the jaw muscles on the side. The muscularity. Very compact dog, right? Nice, just muscle on her, the structure. Just a very extreme. She carries a lot of the type, right? And again, I'm a fan of the American XL bullies, but I'm also a fan of the Brazilian dogs. I think they bring a lot of substance, and I think that blending the two would create a new hypertype and a new look that can bring a lot of value to our industry, for breeding programs, and for shows. So this opportunity came along, and I had to jump on it. It was a little more than what I expected, and I thought I was already set. However, because I flirted with the fact of picking up an adult female, once again, went down the rabbit hole, right, of bloodlines that I like, dogs that I like, that carry that type, that carry the pedigree that I like. And it came down to the last 3 dogs. I don't want to talk about the other 2 because it didn't work out. So, I don't want to make it seem like those dogs don't have value. For me, it was a personal choice why I went with Fortuna. The age of the dog, just the substance of the dog, right? At this point, I'm not looking at color. I'm looking at the structure of the dog, what the dog brings, because I could take her to a Merle, I could take her to a tri-chocolate, tri-lilac, and bring the color in. So for me, I was really more looking for the structure of the dog, a dog that exhibits that breed type, the muscularity that I'm looking for, that thick neck, the stoop on the back of the neck, short muzzle, big jowls on her, right? I like that. It's, you know, for a girl her size with a headpiece like that, the jaws, look at the muscularity on this jaw, right? I'll just point to it right here. Like, look at this right here. I really like that. And that's no leash, no collar, no stack, right? That's just her being fed. And look at her posture. I love it. I fell in love with this dog by seeing just pictures and videos of her. And I like the substance that she's going to bring to my program. And so after a lot of back and forth, a lot of just, you know, soul searching, I committed to this dog. And you know, of the ones I was looking at, and I had a very close second and a very close third that were very impressive dogs, very impressive bloodlines, but I kind of wanted to get out the box and do something different from what everyone else is doing, right? And really embody the vision that I have of putting these dogs together to develop something different, you know, something unique, a hyper type dog, right? So here she is. Let's look at a few more things of why I decided on her. So let's look at this one right here. I mean, look at that, you know, and this is a female. What's not to like, right? Look at how her jaws, her mandibles on the side just protrude out. The muscularity, right? I like that. I was hooked on that. I was really looking at her from so many different angles, you know. Like her shoulder, love her definition. I'm just very excited, you know, when we came to terms with Gabriel from Helsing Pit Kennel. Shouts out to him, you know. He was a gentleman throughout the whole process. Look at this girl. Look at that. No leash, no lead, no stack. Her natural stance. Look at her. I mean, if you don't like that, then I don't know what to tell you, man, because I'm in love with this girl. Just ridiculous, right? And the things you can do with her, crossing her to some very consistent American blood that we have here. So yeah, again, thank you, Gabriel, for this opportunity, and I'm glad we came to terms on this. Here you go. I'm just showing off some more pictures of her. You know, I really love her jaw and her forehead, like her musculature, just her posture, period. You know, and it's going to be interesting what we can produce taken to the right studs here. And we have some phenomenal dogs in the U.S. You guys already know, if you've been watching the channel, which dogs I'm a fan of. I'll just run off a few names, you know. Like Whopper, Smash, Zippo, Klaus, who's not an American dog, but, you know, I like him too. I like Tarzan. You know, I think Tarzan brings a lot of substance. You know, just to name a few without going too crazy, but just imagine, you know, in your creative mind what you can do, you know, taking this girl to the right male. And that's what we had in mind. Now, I would also like to give out a shout out to Araya with Samba Kennels, my friend, my mentor, so to say, has been nothing but a gem to me, a absolute, just a blessing to have connected with her. You know, I got 2 dogs from her, and she assisted me. You know, one thing was to find a dog, and the other thing was to agree on, you know, what price works for me and for the seller, for Gabriel. The third challenge was how to get this dog here. Now, in my research, I've heard a lot of nightmares about dog transport and people exporting dogs from another country, not ending up with a dog, paying for a service that doesn't deliver, having to pay another service to deliver, or just totally not getting a dog at all and people disappearing. So I was very nervous, and I'd have to say that dealing with Araya with Samba Kennels, who also has been transporting dogs, showing dogs and breeding dogs for the last 20 years, one of her staples is transporting dogs, and she knows all the ins and outs. And so having her on my side as my counsel really gave me a lot of confidence to buy. Because to be honest with you, if not for Araya guaranteeing me she'll get this dog here, I probably would have went with my option too, because I can easily fly somewhere in the US, see the dog, pay for the dog, and figure out a way to get her over here, whether by plane or by dog transport. Logistically, it's easier, and you know, you're more, as a buyer, you're in a better position, right? Because it's within, you know, it's within the US. And so, you know, it's always risky buying a dog from another country, especially when you don't know the culture, you don't know the standard business practices. You know, you're advancing money on a dog that you may or may not get, and it's pretty scary. However, again, I couldn't give enough praise to Araya with Samba Kennels for making this. I mean, when I say smooth, the contracts, everything, she helped me go over the requirements of what to do to get the dog here, in terms of all the health stuff and everything that has to do with shipping a dog. Let me tell you, she is second to none. And a big announcement, right? If you're watching this, the dog is here. She is the United States already. Araya has her right now, just because I was out of country for 3 weeks. Again, I was at a wedding in the Philippines, and also rekindling my roots and my future retirement plans, and what I want to do in the future. So yes, she is here. She is stateside. She's been stateside, and I can't wait to get my hands on her. I've been getting videos and pictures of her, and super excited. So at this point, it's like, what's next, right? Well, she's an extreme type, and so we'll go to our website, and this is gonna be our first pairing with her. We're gonna take her to Klaus, and pardon these pictures because I got them online and I don't have her here yet, so I need to get better pictures and videos for you guys. So my apologies in advance, but here you go. This is what I'm looking at, right? Look at this girl, and if you watch my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of Klaus. I love that boy. He is amazing, even better in person than he is in pictures and videos. I'm gonna just touch on that again. I got a chance to spend time with him, man. What an amazing dog. He brings a lot of substance, and I believe that, you know, depending on what you're breeding for, he can bring a lot for you on your yard. He's not my dog. I make no money off saying that. I'm just a fan of his. I got 2 of his pups off of Lily, who's another amazing dog. Heavy on the bossy blood, line bred girl. Amazing dogs, man. And so for me, my first hit with her, I'm doing this Brazil times Brazil breeding, and I'm expecting her to go in heat sometime the end of this month, if not early January. So we'll get this locked in, and I'm I'm expecting something here special, man. You know, you got Klaus, that's a fawn, she's a lilac. You know, again, I'm not chasing color, I'm chasing structure. Because if you've ever seen Klaus in person and touched him, you would feel the way I feel. And with this girl, Araya has her right now for me. So thank you for one, getting her here, and 2, holding on to her for me because I was out of country. I seen what I needed to see, and now that she's here, and again, I trust Araya so much. She's been a godsend to us, and the hype is real, and I can't wait to get her here, take videos of her, pictures of her, and really put her out there So yeah, it only made sense to me to take her to, to Klaus on the first breeding. I think they're gonna make some magic. To be honest with you, I don't see where you miss with this. Both of them, the muscle, the size. Look at the neck on Klaus. Look at the neck on her. The head, right? And she has a short muzzle to complement him. I am a big fan of this breeding, and again, I wouldn't breed nothing that I would not buy myself and I wouldn't be a fan of. So for me, this was the first move. I got Klaus puppies on my yard. Taking her to Klaus will produce puppies for me that I can line breed back to my Klaus girls. In our overall vision of things, line breeding is very important for consistency, right? However, that that vigor from an outcross really brings something special taken to a nice line bred girl. And so, with that said, not ranting too much, yeah, so here we go. I'll read it off. Muscle, bone, structure, breed type, definition. This litter will deliver the unique pairing of two hyper-type dogs, right? The substance that both of these imports possess will provide great building blocks for breeders and a special wow factor for the show ring, for show people. This litter will produce a true foundation for the next generation of XL bullies to come. And I really believe in that, because what these two will produce, you take to some of these killer tri-males out there, right? You take a female from this litter, you take them to like Top Gun, Loso, Whopper, Smash, I mean, name it, Zippo. You think about all these amazing dogs that are out there that I'm a fan of, and you take let's say a girl from this litter to one of those males, or a male from this litter to another special female, right? That's where the magic happens. So this is phase one for us, right? Building blocks, right? Bringing in that structure. We'll worry about the paint job later, to be honest. You can color it what you want later, but we're not worried about that. We're trying to bring in that muscle, that definition, compact, just whoa. So super hyped about this litter, super excited. And I'm already eyeing a few males for her second breeding. But right now, I'm gonna bounce her back to Klaus. I got a tri-dilute carrier off of Klaus already, and I got a tri-chocolate off of Klaus. So I'm really locking that in, and there's just so much you can do once you get something out of this litter, the substance that you're gonna get, And so with that said, I probably spent a little too much money on this dog. However, when you believe, you got to commit, right? It's there's no easy way around it. There's no cheap way around it. The saying is very true. You definitely get what you pay for. And I believe this girl is going to be a key factor, a foundational female in our program, just like the other females I believe in. The only difference is my other females are a little young right now. And with her being about 18 months, perfect ripe age, right? She's going to hit that heat. I'm going to take her to Klaus. We're going to go from there and just make magic happen, guys. So if you haven't already, if you're still watching, guys, please give me a like, do me a favor, tap that subscribe so you can stay in tune with what we got going. You know what? On the next episode, I'll go over my little Philippines trip and leaving my dogs behind for 3 weeks. That was painful. I don't know if you've ever been away from your dogs for so long, but that's the most I've ever been away from my dogs. And I'll kind of share my experience of how I dealt with it. But for now, let's stay locked in on Fortuna, our girl now, off of Helsing Kennels, who was produced by Lucas Pitt Kennel, who's another big breeder in Brazil. I love their dogs. There's some amazing dogs there. But yeah, this is the girl. I mean, look at her move. Look at that. Gosh. Expecting to get my hands on her in a few weeks. Get you guys an update video, update photos, post it on the Insta, on the website and whatnot. So man, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it took me so long to get this episode out. Just, life catches up with you, and sometimes it's not bad to disconnect, right, from everything, life's craziness and work and money and daily grind. I did a lot of soul searching for the 3 weeks I was away, and it just really was refreshing for the soul. It was good for my soul. Come back, just recharged, just feeling blessed and grateful for where I am, what I have, my family, and everything else. So with that said, guys, keep this one short. Another episode of our journey, Sumo Bully Kennels. Here's our Brazilian monster girl, Fortuna. Thank you to Gabriel with Housing Pit Kennels. Thank you, Aurea with Samba Kennels. Guys, be on the lookout. We're bringing it 2024. We're looking to drop two litters from this girl. Our first one, we're taking her to Klaus. So if you're a Klaus fan, you should be a fan of hers too. So look out for that litter. We're going to go from there. So with that said, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Earl at Sumo Bully Kennels. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.